Jury selection begins today in the case of a little boy prosecutors say was an unintended victim of a gang war. Aiden McClendon was just 22 months old and was returning with his grandmother from his Head Start daycare in January of 2016 when the car he was in was fatally hit with 3 bullets. Now, prosecutors say his teenage cousin was actually the intended target. They say he was a gang member of the violent street gang known as Out East or 187. The accusers, Henry Lee Hayes and Kwame Richardson, are alleged members of a rival gang, Problem Child Entertainment or PCE. Richardson and Hayes will be tried together, but each will have their own jury. Now, they could face life in prison if convicted, but they would have the possibility of parole since both were juveniles at the time of their arrest.